Hello everyone, welcome to this video tutorial on Java breaks, continue and return statement. We'll also see regarding the labels loop statements. So we'll go through one by one. What is Java break, what is continue, what is return statements, one by one we'll learn. So first let me focus on the break statement. So we can use the break statement only in the few cases, okay? You cannot use the break statements everywhere. So when new programmers actually learn about the break statements, they want to use it inside the conditional statements also, which will not work actually. I'll give the examples for each and everything which I'll speak over here. I'll give the examples. Don't worry. I'll execute the programs for that, and practically you will learn how the break statement can be used, and continuous statement and return statements and the labeled loops can be used. So you can use the break statement in the following cases, where inside the switch case to come out of the switch block. So switch case statements are there in Java conditional statement. So if you don't know about the switch case statement, please look at my conditional statements in Java video. So there you can see regarding the switch case statement. So inside the switch case, you know that we use the break after the cases. So for each case, if you put the break, then if the case matches, then it will not go to the other cases and simply go for. They will just break from there only, break on that point only, on that match case only. So there we can use the switch block. That's the first point. Second point is within the loops. Break will loop the execution of the loop and when a particular condition will met. So I'll show you how it happens actually. And inside the labeled blocks for break, that block execution based on some condition. Again, for each actually breaks we'll use some condition. So for this particular example, as you can see here, you are using the break where inside the if statement. This will not work. It will give an error. Let me execute and show it in front of you. So I'll put it here, correct? This code. So as you can see, what we are doing here is we are putting this particular block of code and you are putting the break statement here, correct? Correct. So whenever we are giving I is equals to 5, and when I is equals to 5, we are checking this condition. So this condition is true, right? So when I is equals to 5, we are going to give it break. We assume that it will work. No, we cannot use the break statement inside the conditional statements like if or if else. So it will giving an error. Reached end of the file while parsing. It is actually giving in line number 9, correct? Na? So here it is giving the error, but the error is actually coming from here. Break outside switch or loop is not possible. Either you give using the switch case statement or in the loop. So I'll give the proper example now where the loops can be used. Okay. So public static void main will go through this particular program and show you how it can be used. Okay. So here, even if we give it, see here in the break now it's giving the proper error. Last time the error was giving for I've missed one bracket, correct? Now that's why it was giving the error actually. So now it is coming to the proper line here in break. It is saying that break outside switch or loop cannot be possible. So now I'll give it inside a loop and show that how it works actually. So in this nice is a very good example for you. See this code properly. So what you're doing in this code, we are writing a for loop inside the main, correct? In this for loop, what we are doing basically, we are iterating from 0 to 10, incremented by 1 each time for each iteration. When the value of j will reach from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, it will match, then it will break the for loop, correct? So how many times this j value will be printed? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 till that, correct? Now after that it will go outside of the for loop. That's what expected, correct? As break statement works properly with the for loops and switch case statements. So see that the output now 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is printed. When j becomes 5, it is matching this condition, so it is breaking the loop. So the next line will not be executed. It will go out of the for loop. This is the body of the for loop, right? It will come now out of the for loop, and outside of for loop is printed now. Yes. Now we'll see regarding the Java continued jumping statement. So it's a jumping statement actually. Actually, whenever the continuous statement is encountered, it will skip the current iteration of the loop and the next iteration will immediately start. That's what provided over here. The remaining statement in the loop are skipped. The execution start from the top of the loop again. So whatever the statements are there after the continuous statement, those statements will not be traversed by the Java control. Java control will come back to the loop itself, and the next iteration will start, not from the beginning. Okay, keep this thing in mind also. The for loop will not start from the beginning. It will go to the next iteration. We can use the continuous statement to skip the current iteration and continue the next iteration inside the loops. An example will make it clear to you. Let me give this example. So look at this example. What we're doing is actually we are traversing from j is equals to 1 to 100 incremented by 1. For each time j is an even number, for each time j is even, that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. For this we are using the modulus operator, and modulus will give 0 when it is divided by 2 for an even number of even value of the j, correct? That time you are giving the continuous statement. So it will not print the value of j when the value of j is even. Only for the odd values of j this line will be matching, because on that time this condition will not be satisfied, so it will not go inside the body of the for loop. So in this way we'll just print the uneven number, odd numbers for the value of j. So 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on will be printed. Yes, so see this, all the odd numbers are printed, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21 and so on till 99. Because whenever it is matching with the value of, even when the value of j is equals to 2, then it is divided by 2 is modulus equals to 0. So it is continuing, means it will go to the next iteration. It will not go to the rest of the body of the for loop. So it will be 3, means 3 modulus 2 is equals to 1. So it is not matching the condition. So it will go through line number 10. Yes, in this way, this continuous statement helps out in iterating the selective iteration of the for loop. Now we'll learn about the Java labeled break and continue. So in case of the nested loop, to break and continue a particular loop, we should go for the labeled break and continue statement. So for that we need a label actually. We should supposed to label a particular code segment. So here in this example you can see that we have make the label out. So out is the label over here. I'll copy the code only and execute, and while executing I'll make you explain. See this is the out and this is the label. Out is the label, because out space colon, it means that it's a label. And in this label we have a for loop, and that for loop inside there is another for loop. It's a nested for loop we have, correct? We'll see that how it will help us traversing the for loops. It's very interesting program actually. David, it will not harm us. So break out is not copied, unfortunately. This should be copied. Yes. So you're not writing here break. We're writing what? Break out. Okay, it's copied actually. Well, so now it will be very clear to you when you will execute. See, this out is what? Out is nothing but a label. That label means you are starting each time here. When you are breaking, we are not breaking from the entire Java for loop. Rather, we are breaking from the inner loop and coming out in front of the outer loop. So for the value of I is equals to 1, we'll print outer, right? So first we are printing outer. Now for the value of I is equals to 1, j should iterate from 1 to 100. That's the concept of inner and outer for loop, correct? This inner for loop in line number 7 will execute from 1 to 100 for the value of j, incremented by 1 for each iteration. That's how the for loop is written. So for the value of j is equals to 1, we are printing nested. Okay. If j is equals to j is equals to 2. No, j is not equals to 2. So again it will iterate. Correct. So again the value of j will become 2 from the value of j will become 2 from the value of 1, correct? And then again it will print nested. So nested is printed twice. Correct? Now the value of j is equals to 2, right? So it is becoming true. This condition has become true now. So it will go inside the body of the if statement and it will come to the break statement. It will not break the outer loop, but it will break definitely the inner loop. Rather, it will go to where? To the out segment. What is the out segment? This is the out level. So in the out level, we'll go to the next and that will be stopped over here. So we'll not go to the any other iterations. So in this way, we can manage the leveling and jumping. So using level from here, we are jumping to this particular code segment. Yes. So that's how it is giving you the benefit of accessing the for loop construct. So in case of the nested loop, to break and continue a particular loop, we should go for labeled break and continue statement. Now I think this statement is clear in front of the whatever things I have highlighted is clear to you. So the Java labeled loops allow transferring to a particular line or statement. So you have seen that here we have transformed from this line to this line. Yes. Now we can see the level continue statement. We have seen the level break statement, right? Now we'll see the continue statement. We'll use the same program. It's not the same program actually. Let me copy. Yeah, it is continue out. Now that's enough. Yes, this is a similar program actually. So here you are using what? Continue out. It means that whenever the value of j is equals to 2, it is continuing to the out level. So it will come to the out level, but it is continuing. Again, the value of I will be 2. From I was 1 for the first iteration. That time it printed outer. So this outer is printed. Then twice nested is printed for this iteration of j is equals to 1 and 2. When j was equals to 2, then we are continuing to the out, right? So the 3, 4, 5, 6 till 100th value of j will not iterate. Rather, it will start from here again. So that time we got the value of I is equals to 2. It's not breaking, it's continuing. So the value of I is equals to 2 now. So it will again print outer. Correct? And again, twice it will print the value of nested. Because j is equals to 1, it will print 1, and j is equals to 2, it will print again. So for each value of the outer 100 times, it will print nested 2 times. That is 200 times. So each time it will print out, it will print nested twice. Because it is continuing for the value of j is equals to 2. And it is continuing from the out statement, out level again. Yes, the output for loop will iterate 100 times, but the inner will iterate twice each time. Now we'll see about the return jumping statement. What is return statement? You might have seen if you are coming from C or C++ background, you might have seen that you use frequently return for all the methods which return some values, also return some data types like int, double, float, etc. So return statement is mainly used in methods in order to terminate a method in between and return back to the caller method. Yes, it's an optional statement. We'll see the return statement now here. In this particular program, we'll see how the return statement can be worked. See here what we are doing here. There is a class, public class hello world. There is a main method. Inside the main method, we have the hello world t. We are creating an object of the hello world. Yes, and then we have integer sum is equals to t dot addition. Yes. Now system.out.println sum is equals to sum and t dot show guys. Yes. Now here is integer addition actually. Now it is taking two integer arguments and returning what? Now we are seeing the return. It's returning what? It's returning a plus b. That is the value of two arguments it will print. And then we have void show. And there we have these values, welcome and name. And then we are returning again. So this name also we are returning here. I hope that the syntactical errors will not come. Yes. So what we are doing, basically we are creating an object here. The name of the object is T, correct? And T dot addition. So the T object is used to call the method of the same class addition. That can be done easily, right? Because addition is written inside the same class hello world. So this addition method is taking two arguments. Here the values of the A is equals to 10 and the value of B is equals to 20. This B is equals to 20. So return A plus B is 10 plus 20. So the value is returned by addition. So this value will be returned and it will be assigned to the object T. So T will get the value of how much? 30, and that is being assigned to the integer variable sum. Correct? So we are printing here sum is equals to this variable's value. So sum is equals to 30 is printed. Yes, after that we are calling t.show guys. So t.show will passing this, it's passing this string inside it. That string is being taken by string name. So that welcome space this name, welcome guys, is displayed and it is returning. So here to make this void show method, the purpose is to show you that we can just simply make return statement. It is having no use because the return type is void over here. So you can't return a value. You can just write down the return statement and it's optional. If you don't write, doesn't matter. See, I have not written. Again, I got the same output. Yes. So this is the basic concept for, so you have passed here actually Devabrat, okay. Okay, it's the old output actually. So it is supposed to print welcome guys, okay. So welcome guys will be printed. Ignore this statement before we put it Devabrat here. So that thing is printed instead of guys. So I hope that it will be clear through this video regarding the Java break continue return statements. This particular PDF, you will get it as note after you watch the video. You please download from the description of this video. Hope that it will make you clear with the concept of break statement, continue statement, return statement and labeled loop examples. So this example will help you out. If you help really to you, please suggest your friend this channel and also subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.